Hey, you guys, it's your favorite girl in the world. Who else would it be other than me? I'm just saying, right? Miss Me With It. Miss Minyetta Nelson, also known as Miss Mimi, the host of the Miss Me With It Talk radio show on the Miss Me With It Talk radio station. The owner of the whole station, I'm just saying, Miss Me With It, right? Today's date is February 21st, 2023, which makes it a Tuesday, which means it's Talk to Me Tuesdays on the Miss Me With It Talk radio show. What are we talking about this week? I'm not going to give you no clues. In order for you guys to find out, you have to tune in to the Miss Me With It Talk radio show on Spreaker. Use this link, Spreaker.com backslash user backslash ms underscore meme. That's the direct link to the Miss Me With It Talk radio station. Tune in, you guys. Today, we're going live. What are we talking about? Tune in. I'm just saying, right? Miss Me. So this week on Talk to Me Tuesdays, February 21st, 2023, we are talking experiencing racism. Experiencing racism. Have you ever experienced it? Where were you? When did it happen? And why do you think it happened? There's no excuses for it. No excuses at all for it. But those are the three questions that I pin to you. Where were you? When did it happen? And why do you think it happened? It's a study that just came out a few weeks ago that said 79% of black business owners have experienced this, have experienced racism. So that's another reason why I pinned this questions to you guys, because it doesn't matter if you're a business owner or not. Depending on where you are, what you're doing, and who you're with, where you're going, you may have. So I remember I've experienced it a few times. Not as a business, well, as a business owner, a small business owner, but at the same time, I just experienced it in my personal life as well. I remember I have, back in the day, still even now I model, but back in the day I used to do hair shows and stuff like that. So I was out of town in Atlanta, Georgia, in the 2000s, early 2000s, doing a hair show down there. My first time ever going down there, it was beautiful. I enjoyed the experience where we were, you know what I'm saying, the competition, so forth and so on. But after the competition, we were on the elevator going back up to our rooms. Of course, we're dressed in whatever we're dressed in. And when we got on the elevator, it was a couple elderly, not my color people, and they were basically like they rushed off to the corner of the. So they rushed off to the corner of the elevator and whatever, and they was basically like holding each other real close. Mind you, they're elderly, so of course I'm not taking it too personal. I'm just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They're just giving us room, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not paying too much attention to the other people, but it was the words that they were saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, of course we know what the derogatory word toward black people is. So, you know what I'm saying? When I heard the word, that's what made me look at the person again, like, hold on, like, that's something different, you know? And as of recent, I was working in an assisted living facility, you know, both sides, independent as well as assisted living. And, you know, of course, it's all elders, you know what I'm saying? And then it was a couple of my patients, of course, are over the age close to 90. And of course, remind you, and then she's rich, of course, right? That's another reason why she can afford to live in one of these assisted living facilities. But I also say that to say this, that she's privileged. So, of course, she's not used to seeing probably people of her kind doing the things that, you know, or some of the things that we do as far as that cleaning stuff, or maybe that's all that she hires. I'm not quite sure. Don't get me to lying. Um, but of course, like when she made the comment, I of course I took it like as disrespectful, but at the same time, when I stepped back and realized once again, took my time to think about it, I was like, okay, I have to realize, you know, where she comes from and, you know, how she was raised. But once again, that doesn't equate or excuse what she said or how she was acting or the meaning of what she did. But I was just like, okay, either I'm gonna suck it up or I'm gonna quit. So if you take 90 years off the 2023, that'll tell you how far back they were born. And that's something else that I give, you know what I'm saying, time to think about. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, the times didn't change since they were born, but at the same time, once again, it doesn't excuse what they're saying, what they're doing, or how they're acting. But long story short, the uh, patient basically was like, "Oh my God, I've never met a nigga that could clean as good as you." And I looked at her, was like, "Oh my God, did she just say that?" But I'm thinking to myself, like, of course that's what she's used to because of the time frame that she was born. That's probably what she was living in, and that's what she's experienced in her childhood, and that's probably what she's become accustomed with because she's rich. And of course she's living in this big old assisted living facility, but